Hello, dear students. I am doing a presentation towards cost and management accounting. I am Vinay Kumar C, Assistant Professor, SVS College, Bantwal. Last class we are discussed the topic relates to system, methods and techniques of costing. So there are different types of systems like historical costing, estimated costing and standard costing. And also some of the techniques of costings are job costing, process costing, unit costing and service costing. So today's discussion topic is introduction to a costing system. Basically, cost unit is a unit of product, service or time in relations to which cost may be ascertained. That means a unit of cost may be a selling unit, batch of identical products, a unit of service or a job or a process. The unit should be neither be too small or too large but feasible for cost finding. There are two types of unit cost. The one is simple cost, that means simple unit. Another one is compound unit. Simple unit means a ton, kilogram, quintal, piece, gallon, etc. These are the single unit. But compound units are like ton per kilometer, passenger per kilometer, kilowatt per hour, like that. So it is a combination of two simple units. Let us take some example. Under simple unit, contractors, industries like contractors, where the unit of cost is one contract or one job. Similarly, in sugar mills, 100 quintal, 200 quintal, like that. Flour mill also quintal. Textile mills, a meter of cloth. Steel works, a ton of steel. Brickwork, 1000 bricks. Water supply, 1000 liters. So these are the measurement for a simple unit. Under the composite unit, the examples like hotels, guest night. So one guest for 2 days or 3 days, like that. So guest and night is a compound unit for hotels. For electricity, kilowatt hours. So let us discuss the cost center. So what do you mean by cost center? Cost center is a location, person or an item of equipment ascertained and used for the purpose of cost control. A center can be location, an area such as department, store yard or the sales area. So each cost center is given charge under personnel for controlling the cost and also accumulation of the cost and its allocation. So what are the different types of cost centers? They are production cost centers. So under the production cost center, they are concerned with productions known as production cost centers like a machine shop, welding shop, assembly shop. Service cost centers. Service cost centers are those which provide service to production like boiler house, power house, storehouse, etc. Personnel cost centers are it consists of a person, a group of persons. The cost may be accumulated by individuals like works manager, foreman, storekeepers, sales manager, etc. Like that, process cost centers, operation cost centers are there. Classification of cost. So classification of cost is too important for the purpose of preparation of the cost sheet. Okay, the cost sheet which is required for identify the profit and loss of the organization. So that's why the classification of cost is too important. It is the process of grouping a cost according to their common characteristics. So even though the management wants different kinds of information for different purpose. So basically on the nature of nature, or even though you call as elements, we are going to classify. Similarly by function, by variability, by controllability, normality, direct and indirect tax, indirect expenses, and finally the managerial purpose. Let us discuss one by one. Under the nature or the elements of cost. In a manufacturing concern, total cost of a product is composed of three main elements, that is material cost, labor cost, and expenses. So each of these elements may be further divided into two parts, that is direct and indirect. So direct cost are those which can be identified with and allocated directly to a cost unit or cost center, whereas indirect cost cannot be conveniently be allocated but can be apportioned by cost units or cost center. They are known as overheads or burden or on cost. Anyway, total cost are in the form of direct cost and indirect cost. Under the direct cost, we are further classified into direct material, direct labor, and direct expenses. Under indirect cost, we are further classified into indirect material, indirect labor, and indirect expenses. Again, under indirect labor, we further classified into manufacturing expenses, office expenses, selling expenses, distribution expenses, like that. So these are the various expenses. It is too important for the purpose of calculation. That means we are going to use under cost sheet. So anyway, come to the point of by function, classification of cost by function. According to this, the classification, cost is divided according to the purpose for which they are incurred. It leads to the grouping of cost according to the broad division of activity: production, administration, and selling and distribution. But production overheads, they relates to, it is also the process and operation which comes from the receipts of a work order till its completion. It includes indirect materials, indirect wages in works, factory expenses like rent, rates, taxes, insurance, repair, etc. In administration overhead, it consists of all the expenses incurred in the direction, control, and administration of an undertaking. Example: rent, taxes, insurance, lighting, staff, salary, printing. These are the expenses relates to administration. Similarly, in selling overhead, all expenses incurred in securing and retaining the customers of the products are selling expenses. They are spent on creating and maintaining the demand for the product. Example: commission, discount to the distributor, advertisement, publicity, etc. Classification on the basis of variability, even though it is called as a behavior. Here, costs are classified according to their behavior in relation to changes in the level of activity. On the basis of cost are classified fixed, variable, semi-variable. Let us discuss what do you mean by fixed cost. Fixed cost are those which remains fixed in total amount with increases or decreases in the volume of output for a given period of time. Fixed cost per unit decreases as production increases and increases as a production declines. Example, rent and insurance of factory, building, factory manager salary. These fixed costs are constant in the total amount but fluctuate per unit as production changes. Variable cost of the cost, it varies in total in direct proportion to the volume of output. Variable cost fluctuate in total amount but tend to remain constant per unit as production activity changes. Example, direct materials, direct labor and direct expenses. Let us discuss the semi-variable cost. Semi-variable cost are those which are partly fixed and partly variable. Example, telephone expenses include a fixed portion of annual charges plus variable charges according to calls. So next move on to cost sheet. Cost sheet, it is too important for the purpose of examination. The questions compulsory arises for 20 marks. So students, you should take down this pro forma for your preparation. Okay. So in next slides we are going to provide the pictures of the that means pro formas of the cost sheet. So you should maintain, that means you should write the pro forma of cost sheet in your notes and daily you thorough about these various items of cost. So anyway, the cost sheet is a statement presenting the items entering into cost of products and services analyzed by their elements, functions and even by their behavior, that is fixed and variable. It brings out the composition of total cost in a logical order. What is the purpose of preparing this cost sheet? It gives the breakup figures of the total cost under different elements, and also it gives total cost as well as cost per unit, and also it helps in fixing the selling prices. So welcome to the pro forma of cost sheet. So this is the pro forma. The title should be specimen of cost sheet XYZ company. This is the example, XYZ company limited, cost sheet for the period ending. So as a commerce student, you know the period ending, so it may be 31st 3. Okay. Production dash units. So how many units are manufactured by the concern? Okay, that should be mentioned under production dash dash units. Okay. Anyway, the column should be 4. The first column is element of cost, another 3 column are amount columns, that is total cost and cost per unit. So if you want to prepare the cost sheet, firstly the pro forma says direct material consumed. So direct material consumed is a first part under cost sheet. Here we are going to mention the opening stock of materials. Okay. So materials like a direct material should be mentioned. Add purchase of material, add carriage inwards. Okay, all the direct expenses should be mentioned under direct material consumed, and also you deduct the closing stock of material. Again you should add direct wages, direct expenses, etc., and ultimately you get the prime cost, even though the prime cost is also called as primary cost or first cost, even though called as a direct cost. For that direct cost you should add the factory overheads. So under the factory overhead you are going to mention the indirect cost and the indirect materials. They are indirect materials, indirect wages, factory. So the expenses relates to factory. So that is factory rent, lighting, eating, rates and insurance, power, repairs, drawing, research and development towards experiment cost, work stationery, purchase, service and R&D, recruitment, training, welfare expenses. These are the some expenses which relates to factory. So material handling, normal expenses, cost of rectification of defectives. So, and here also we are going to deduct the sale of scrap, and finally we add the opening work in progress. Work in progress nothing but the work which should not be completed. Okay, that amount should be mentioned. Opening work in progress, deduct closing work in progress, and finally you get the work cost, and also called as a factory cost. For this expenses, again we are going to add the office and administration overhead. So those are the expenses which relates to office, that is office salary, office rent, telephone charges, printing, depreciation, insurance, bank expenses, etc. And finally we get the production cost. So also called as a cost of production. For that amount we are going to add the opening stock of finished goods, and we deduct the closing stock of finished goods. So again we add that expenses, that is cost of goods sold, production cost of goods sold, and also we call as cost of goods sold. Again this for this we are going to add the selling and distribution overhead. So the expenses which relates to the selling division, that is salary and commission of sales staff and delivery van driver, advertisement, catalog, trade fair, sales office rent, bad debt, depreciation, warehouse, packing expenses, discount, carriage outward, and finally we get the cost of sales, and also we call as total cost. Okay. So again, so you need to identify the sales. How you are going to get the profit? By deducting the sales. That means from sales we are going to deduct the total cost. Okay. Finally we get the profit or loss in the form of profit or loss. Anyway, we are taken the pro forma. In next class we are going to discuss what are the expenses which are not comes under cost sheet. Why those expenses is not considered. Anyway, thank you.